presenting to you the Burning Abyss Final 4 Barbar. I'm going to assume that these shitty-ass names have something to do with, what this shit's based on, but these are pretty shitty names. Damn, you got 1700 attack. Beat sticks, beat sticks. I'm not going to even mention the obligatory lines of text that those with Burning Abyss monsters have, so we will go to the one that matters. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you could target up to 3 Burning Abyss cards in your graveyard, except this. Banish them. If you do, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each. Well, this damn sure will not be the centerpiece of the strategy, but this somewhat resembles, kinda, sorta, not really. They're different monster types, but God got Cowboy. Usually, you summon Cowboy in defense mode, activate effect, 800 to your face, opponent's face for game. Pew, pew, right? So this could be used in the same fashion. It does 900, potentially, and it's customizable, so you don't have to banish things you don't want to. Other than that, it is pretty forgettable. You could probably just get away with playing one and that's it. I'm not going to even try to pronounce this motherfucker, even though it's probably easier shit to pronounce. That's just the lazy black man in me. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you could choose one Burning Abyss card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. Unless you just happen to have this card in your hand, and during your opponent's end phase, you have something to discard like Karma Cut or even Phoenix Wing Blast. The problem with this card in particular is that it doesn't happen during the end phase, kind of like what Skarm does. I'd rather flip the effects, but we can't. An effect like this you would rather play during the end phase so you could get that Fire Lake or get whatever crap that you want, because it isn't limited just to monsters, which is always nice. Burning Abyss have too many versatile options to begin with. Why would they stop with this piece of shit? If something like a graph would activate, are you just not going to do that shit? I'm pretty sure you'll be better off just summoning this off the graph. Like Barbar, this is pretty forgettable. It's a tad bit better than Barbar, but they gave us the basic ubiquitous Burning Abyss monsters that everybody plays in the shit and Duelist Alliance, and then the new challengers. It's not surprising shit that these are burning garbage. To the surprise of, I would hope, no one, there is a Burning Abyss spell that lets you fusion summon into the Pilgrim that is named Dante. But first to the spell. It lets you summon a Burning Abyss using monsters in your hand or your side of the field. Not surprising. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target a Burning Abyss monster on the field, including your opponent. It gains 800 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's next turn. Unlike the Good and Evil of the Burning Abyss, you would just play that because in the graveyard it gave you an effect to search a Burning Abyss. This you would play because you're more likely playing the Pilgrim. And I guess it's okay that it has an effect in the graveyard, even though it is pretty negligible. Burning Abyss don't engage in fisticuffs that much, do they? I'm just saying, they got Firelight to just burn all that shit away. Big monster, kill it. I never thought that they would actually have to fight, but in the event of, assuming that you're probably playing one of this because you don't want to have multiple copies of this shit, Dante gets it back. It's a Burning Abyss, has synergy with the entire fucking archetype. A one-of seems fine. Now, this artwork, he is clean as a motherfucker. He's just like, I'm the motherfucking man, nigga. Look at me, nigga, because I'm shining. 2800 attack. Damn you, big dough. I ain't say dick. Shit. I just said it. No homo. 2500 defense. It retains the same defense as the Traveler did. Requires 3 Burning Abyss monsters with different names. They had to give it some type of restriction or something. Must be fusion summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. So, sir cannot summon this bitch back. Yes! Cannot be targeted by an opponent's card effects. You see this picture? This is what I envision. Somebody gonna be like, damn, I got some shit that I could target this with, but I can't target it. And Dante's just gonna be sitting there. Nigga, I'm shining. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can send one Burning Abyss card from your hand to the graveyard. Draw one card. This effect does not even have to be like amazing like Virgil was. Since Burning Abyss already gained effects being sent to the graveyard anyway, this basically reads, send a Burning Abyss card, depending on which Burning Abyss it is, that effect activates and then you draw a card after all that shit's said and done. I like and I hate Burning Abyss at the same damn time. If this card is destroyed by battle, send to the graveyard, or if this card you control, send to the graveyard, by an opponent's card effect, you can send a random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. This effect is pretty terrible. Did Malakota have an effect when it was sent to the graveyard, whatever? It was probably shitty. Nobody played Malakota. I believe I was right about that. Anyway, this is the final 4 Burning Abyss, and I am personally glad this shit's over. So if there was some other TCG archetype they were going to create, we got room now. Fuck Burning Abyss. They're obviously good, but fuck them. No anal sex. So on that note, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate it. If you would like to support me in some form or fashion, all I ask is you spend literally seconds out your day clicking the advertisement. The money goes towards rent. I will be grateful, appreciative. I'm going to say thank you very much in advance if you could find some time to do that. One good thing came from Burning Abyss. The very brief time that I played the shit, I have never cared so little about milling cards in my life. It was such an incredible feeling. Yeah, well, that shit's over.